Will you believe me if I tell you this is my third time filming this? The first time, somehow I pressed stop. The second time, I never pressed start. So here I am for the third time. Happy March, SCMA. Thank you, everyone who came to FMI. We had over 200 people registered. We had an incredible turnout online. We had a wonderful lineup of speakers for you. They did an awesome job. Thank you to all of our members and non-members who came and participated every day, who stayed engaged, asked amazing questions, and really made the conference spectacular. So thank you so much. If you did attend and register, you should have gotten a survey from someone at SCMA. Please go ahead and fill that out about FMI so we know your thoughts and maybe what you'd like to see next year. Upcoming events. On Monday, March 16th, we are hosting an event about the state bar certification. So the ADR working group has completed its first portion of work, and so now our proposal is out for public comment. Dr. Jack Getz, former SCMA president and current vice chair of the ADR working group, Christopher Welch, executive director of CCR, and yours truly will be there to talk about our time in that working group, the things that specifically apply to you as mediators, because this proposal includes mediation and arbitration. On the 16th, we're talking about mediation. And then also some of the concerns that we see as members that we want to highlight for you, because you may also find that a concern and you can submit a public written comment about that. And then finally, we want to encourage you to look through the rest of that report so that you can see like, oh, I really like this, or no. And you can submit a comment. Here's the deal. The working group is only so many people. We need your feedback. So please come listen with a critical ear so that you will be able to provide feedback to the entire working group. On March 25th, we're having former President Floyd Siegel, hosted by Craig Lang. The topic is making mediation part of the case plan. It really is about integrating mediation into your litigation strategy. And then on Saturday, March 28th, former President Mark Lemke, along with Sid Kanazawa, will be participating in a discussion called From Advocate to Neutral, what attorneys need to know about becoming a mediator. So if you are an attorney considering the switch, maybe you're in the middle of that switch, or if you have some colleagues who are like, I need this change, encourage them to come to this. This will be a Saturday morning event. On April 9th, we have a webinar called How to Settle Cases with the Court. We will be joined by the Los Angeles Superior Court Mediation Volunteer Panel. So this really is your opportunity to learn how it is to work with the court and how mediators can engage with them. And then on April 30th, we're having Susan Guthrie come and talk about her thought leadership playbook. Her webinar is called From Invisible Expert to Trusted Authority. Put that on your calendar. In May, Anthony Curry will be hosting a webinar called How to Salvage a Lost Cause Mediation. And then wrapping up the month, we'll have Lauren Butler. She's actually my own coach, and she taught me how to sell. Hers is called From Neutral to Notice, Ethical Business Development for Mediators. I specifically asked her to come and teach us how to sell. We get lots of things on marketing, but we got to know how to close the deal. We got to be able to close that call, make that sell. All right, so it's just a little techniques and a little work, and then you do it a few times, it gets easier and easier and easier. Our practice tip of the month is really to look at your calendar and see what it's telling you. Are you giving all of your time away to other people and not your business? Is your calendar full of clients that you wish you could fire? We have all been there. Sometimes we just keep on coming back to them. How do I get rid of these types of people? How do I stop attracting them? Are there commitments on your calendar that at one time felt energizing and excited you and moved you forward, and now they don't? So look at your calendar and go, what are the things that maybe I've made a commitment to, so I'm following through with my commitment, but once they drop off, I'm going to take a break from. Or this thing is never ending. How do I step away? Right? look at that calendar and go, do I have time for myself? Do I have time to develop my practice? Where are my best thinking times of the day? Am I able to isolate that time for myself so I can get my best work done? Be critical of your calendar and look, where can I make adjustments and changes so that when I show up to work, even if it's just walking from your bedroom to the living room and then you're at work, that I'm happy, I'm feeling fulfilled, I'm more satisfied. You're going to be a better mediator. You're going to be happier to work with clients. You're going to attract better clients if your calendar doesn't stress you out too much. All right. Our book of the month is The Thought Leadership Playbook for Profitable Professionals by Susan Guthrie. Yes, that is intentional. It's March. So go to Amazon, get her book on Kindle or buy the paperback book. Read it, mark it up, write in it, get your little questions, and then come on April 30th to hear her talk about it. And you can ask her questions because you know Susan does not like the webinar format. She likes a meeting format. She wants to see you. She wants to hear your questions. She wants to see you engage. So read the book. I mean, like, it's going to be a free webinar. What do you got to lose? All right, so grab that book, read it, come to the webinar. SCMA in the wild. In February, some SCMA members were able to participate with Western Justice Center's Peer Mediation Invitational. And then after FMI, we were hosted by our family wizard. Here are some pictures of some of the mediators at lunch in Torrance. Thank you so much, SCMA, for all that you do for our community, for mediation, for advancing this field. As always, lead with peace and make your money. Volunteering is great, but so is having food to eat. So don't volunteer too much. Send out an invoice. Have a good month.